Got another recruiting update from our guy JT Justin Thin over at 24/7 Sports Spartan Tailgate. One of the best follows from Michigan State Athletics. Also, my guy, elite aux cord player. Got everything you need. Moving on though, we are talking about Maximo Adams here, the top 25 recruit in the class of 2026, a player that took an official visit to MSU in September. And look, another 24/7 sports analyst laid it out and that Eric Bossy laid out that his recruitment is a little bit weird, but he says that MSU has a slight edge. So if you tuned in to our other video on the channel saying that we had a slight lead for Josiah Jervis, but there's a lot to play out. We also have a slight lead for Maximo Adams, but there's a lot to play out. So listen, I will now be referred to as slight lead you. But I'll say this, I'd rather be in the slight lead than the slight behind, which is what other schools currently are for these recruits. But long way to play out in both these. Maximo Adams is a little bit different than Josiah Jervis, I would say as well, because you look at Josiah Jervis, Pitt and Tennessee are like the other team, and NC State. Like, what are we doing here? Serious, more. It's a little different. Maxwell Adams list is blue bloods. It's Duke. It's Kentucky. I think Texas is on there. Well, they're not a blue blood, but those schools are the schools that are on there. So it's a little bit different, and it could be a little bit of a murkier recruitment. I think Maximo Adams is a player that has seen his stock rise for good reason. He's looked really, really good playing on the wing, good rebounder, good scorer, prototypical wing player who I think would succeed very much at Michigan State or any school that he goes to. But Dion, I'll throw it to you. Don't know if I've even gotten your thoughts on Maxwell Adams, so I'd like some thoughts on him. And then I guess what do you take from Michigan State reportedly sources saying that we're slightly ahead, minusculely ahead, but a really long way to go.
Shifty player, creates his own shot very well, gets to his spots specifically in the mid range with ease. I mean, 42% from three on the UIBL circuit. He's also not like a guy you have to worry about physically, right? Like he's gonna step on campus, maybe not fully be college shape, but he's not gonna step on campus frail. Like I think he can play right away from a physical standpoint, which that's a concern with freshmen for the most part. So I feel like he's a guy that like could wind up being a day one starter out of Michigan State. You mentioned some of the other schools on his list: Kansas, Texas, North Carolina, Duke. I don't think he's a day one starter at Duke, respectfully. I like Maximo Adams' game, but he's only ranked 25th. John Shire is going to have five dudes ranked inside the top 15, and he's going to return guys. So it's like I think Duke is probably the biggest threat to Michigan State on this list. But with that in mind, like if I'm Maximo Adams, I would go to Michigan State. Duke is going to recruit over you, respectfully. Like Nick Kamenia, all world talent, might not start. Isaiah Evans, all world talent. He's a sophomore, didn't start his freshman year. I'm not sure that it's like a given he starts as a sophomore either. Like I'm starting to lean towards like Isaiah Evans not starting, and I'm a year two slim guy. That's just how talented Duke is. It's not a shot at him. So like I think Maximo Adams would be like best off like going to a Michigan State, or I hate to say this because Hubert and Izzo aren't in the same world, but like North Carolina makes sense too.
Yeah, I look, I think that this is two recruitments that, and I say two recruits referring to Josiah Jervis as well, that have a very long way to go, right? Also, two very different recruitments to like where I guess I'll put it like this. The slight lead for Jervis feels a lot better than the slight lead for Maximo Adams. And I think that's the best way to put it, right? And look, I think that to your point, the path to play for Maximo Adams, I think he'll play wherever he's at. I do think that at a school where Michigan State's roster is shaping up the way it shapes up, there's a chance for him to come in right away and be damn near the guy, but he'll definitely start and play a lot, I think. So it's a long way to go here. I appreciate the update from my guy JT. Like I said, I hope he's all right now. That Young Thug album came out today, and let me tell you, it's been a while since an album's made my ears bleed. It's bad. It's really bad. So I know he's feeling the effects of that.
Young Thug's out?
Yes, he is.
Really?
I think this album should get him locked back up. With all due respect, it's that bad. But shout out to JT for the update on Maximo Adams. As his recruitment plays out, we will make sure that we have updates here on the channel.
Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Mm. That's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned 2. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girl sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that, but honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy, love his wife. Love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more.